In our second exercise, let's say when a is between -1 and 2, then the square root of a squared plus 2a plus 1 plus the square root of a squared plus 4a plus 4 is. This is a really easy problem where we have to know the absolute value in the step. Then, first we have to see the expression inside of the square root is a perfect square binomial. Exactly a squared plus 2a plus 1 is a plus 1 squared, and a squared minus 4a plus 4 is a minus 2 squared. Now, an expression squared in a square root is another way of writing of absolute value. Let's remember the square root of x squared is equal to the absolute value of x. So the square root of a plus 1 squared is the absolute value of a plus 1, and the square root of a minus 2 squared is the absolute value of a minus 2. Finally, we going to name the result of the equation like x. Now, for to know how much is x, we have to resolve the absolute value. This is done knowing if the expression inside of the absolute value is negative or positive. For example, in our case, a is between the -1 and 2, and if we add a +1 and -2 in our inequality, we have to know a plus 1 is between 0 and 3, and a minus 2 is between -3 and 0, which are negative, and a plus 1 is positive, being that a plus 1 is positive and a minus 2 is negative. Let's remember if x is positive, then the absolute value of x is equal to x, and if x is negative, the absolute value of x is minus x. In this same case, the absolute value of a plus 1 is a plus 1 because a plus 1 is positive, and the absolute value of a minus 2 is minus a minus 2 because a minus 2 is negative. A minus a is 0 and 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 is equal to x. Finally, the square root of a squared plus 2a plus 1 plus the square root of a squared minus 4a plus 4 is 3.